Welcome to Sports Talk with L-Beasley, and today it's not going to be any NFL talk. Some things I want to discuss about the NFL, but I guess it's just going to have to wait till tomorrow because today I got to go on a little rant about the NBA Player Rankings done by ESPN. Yes, ESPN's Player Rankings. For those who keep up, you already know what I'm talking about. But for those who just don't know, ESPN for the last couple of years has been doing a player ranking. They rank every player in the league basically, and rank them, from 500 to number one, who's the best, and they tell you, wow, that judge, just rank him. And as of late, really before it was kind of boring, like I said, 500, 400, nobody really cares who's getting ranked down there unless something really big happens. So generally it gets exciting around top 30, top 20. Well, it got real exciting now around top 10 time. And I, quite frankly, am very irritated. I was irritated around top 20. Top 20, top 25 is when I kind of got irritated with Carmelo being put at number 7, Blake Griffin being put at number 13 when all he does is really jump around like a chicken with a tail cough. Like I said, I love his athleticism, but what else can you bring to your position that makes you number 13 worthy in the NBA? The point being, number 10 through 6 was today. 10 through 6 was today, and I was highly disappointed with what I saw, and I'm just going to get right into it. Number 10 was Deron Williams of the Brooklyn Nets. Number 9 was Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 8 was Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat. Number 7 was Kevin Love of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And number 6 was Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now I'm going to start off with the 10 part that pissed me off. Russell Westbrook is higher ranked than Deron Williams. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? I'm really trying to figure out how that works, because when I'm doing player rankings, I'm going by what that player does for their team and all that stuff, yes, but I'm ranking you ultimately by, best at your position, what you've done for your team. I got to think who's on your team, what conference, all this jazz. How the heck did Russell Westbrook outbeat Deron Williams? Deron Williams is, in my opinion, the best point guard in the NBA. Some people think it's Rajon, some people think it's Chris Paul. I definitely put my top 3 point guards are Deron Williams, number 1, Chris Paul, number 2, Rajon Rondo's number 3 for me. Russell Westbrook, I think, is generally in my top 5, my top 10, but he's not in my top 3. It doesn't mean he can't get in there. I just don't think he's a top 3 point. I don't even think, like I say, he might be top 5, maybe. But like I said, at the end of the day, what does he have over Deron besides speed and athleticism? What else really does he do better than Deron? Nothing. Deron is the most complete guard as far as skill set and leadership and the size. And that's really where I kind of throw, Chris in them, and even, kind of throw Chris. And I know generally when I hear a lot of debates, it's normally I hear Chris. Every once in a while I hear Rajon, but I always say, well, Rajon can't shoot, Rajon not as strong as Chris and Deron, or, I can kind of throw that in there. But at the end of the day, what does Russell Westbrook have over him? How did you decide that based off the fact he made it to the finals? That was because of Kevin Durant, not because of him. I'm not saying he had nothing to do with that, but let's be real, he doesn't get there. Let's switch the roles. He doesn't get there without Kevin Durant, and let's be real, if Deron Williams is on the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think we all know what would happen with that team. So at the end of the day, I have to ask myself once again, how the heck did Russell Westbrook? I don't even know how Russell Westbrook beat out Rondo. Rondo was ranked number 12. If you can believe that. Number 12. I don't even know how Rondo didn't make the top 10. With everything that he's done, he's a walking triple-double. How the heck did he beat Rondo out? Like I said, I have nothing against Westbrook. I loved him in high school. I loved him at UCLA when his butt was playing a 2-guard position. Nobody even knew who the heck he was. I'm happy to see how far he's come. But at the end of the day, you are not better than Deron Williams, and you are not better than Rajon Rondo. The only person they let ahead of you was Chris. Because he's going to be in the top 5 somewhere, which I'm going to get to in another minute. But like I said, at the end of the day, are you kidding me? Deron Williams being number 10 below Russell Westbrook? You got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. This is sad. There is no way in heck that this stinky... I love Russell. I do. But there's no way in this world that he's not better than Deron. Not right now. He's not. And he's not better than Rajon Rondo. And that was very upsetting to me, because I don't understand where that ranking came from at all. You only got 2 things over him, like I said, athleticism and speed. And those going to die down in like 7 years. That's going to die with the rest of them. Just as much as it does, because as you get older, your legs get older, you slow down. It happens to everybody. Like I said, I like Russell, but you're not better than Deron. You're not better than Rajon. As far as number 8 And number 7, 8 was Dwayne Wade. Once again, 7 was Kevin Love. I mean, I felt like those could have been different people. I felt like they could, one could have went other than other. I didn't really make a big deal too much about that. To me, Dwayne Wade's a top 10 player. He's in my top 10. That's fine. He gets on my nerves with his inconsistency and his injury-prone issues. But, I loved him since Marquette. So, it's kind of hard to be mad at Dwayne Wade. Kevin Love. I mean, boy's a beast. I'm not a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, but he's a beast. I mean, he's low-key. He's responsible for bringing Minnesota Timberwolves back to life, and I think they're definitely going to be a team to look out for with the additions of, Brandon Roy, who, once again, welcome back to the NBA, and once they get Rubio back, Timberwolves are definitely going to be a team to watch who can cause some upsets, during the regular season, possibly the playoffs. So definitely looking forward to that, but I didn't really make a big deal about those. Like I said, those two, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Love. I mean, of course, it's always a debate. Oh, well, Dwayne Wade could have been a little bit lower, could have been a little bit higher, which is fine. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing I had a problem with was Kobe Bryant being number 6. Number 6. Not 5. Not 4. Not 3. Not 2, not 1. But 6. Number 6. Are you kidding me? Kobe Bryant, number 6 player in the NBA. Kobe Bryant is a top 5. Kobe Bryant is a top 3 player. My top 3 players in the NBA, I'm going to be real with you. It's always going to be LeBron, Kevin, and Kobe for the time being. I mean, not necessarily in that order, but those are my top 3 guys. Those are my top 3 players. They are the best players in our league, in my opinion, right now. Why is he not in the top 5? Like I say, should be in the top 3. And like I said, and let me break down who's basically going to be left in this top 5. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, Dwight Howard. Now, not necessarily in that order. This is just me naming off the names by how I remember them. Now, we can pretty much guess 1 and 2, because like I said, top 5 has not been revealed yet. That'll be revealed tomorrow. And like I said, we can pretty much guess number 1 is more than likely going to be LeBron James. No big deal. Kevin Durant, I expect to be number 2. Number 3, 4, and 5 are kind of up for grabs. Like I said, that'll be, be the interesting thing to kind of watch, who will be 3, who will be 4, and 5. But like I said, Kevin Durant, LeBron obviously stay. Who in that group that's left, Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, and Dwight Howard are better than Kobe? Answer me that, because I don't think he can, because Kobe is one of the best players in our league. Technically, to some, he still is the best player in the NBA. Like I said, everybody has their own opinion. Some people think it's KD, some people think it's LeBron, some think it's Kobe. I'm not getting into that today. My whole thing is he's still top 3 player in the NBA. Who the heck in that group, besides LeBron and Kevin, who, like I said, are rightfully in their places, should be before Kobe? Derrick Rose is before Kobe? He can't even stay healthy. No offense, Derrick Rose. I'm sorry you tore your ACL, and I'm sorry you're going through a lot of pain. And like I said, I've loved you since high school. Loved you at Memphis. Love you on your hometown team. I'll be rooting for you. I've been trying to get Chicago, do their thing. But you're not top 5 right now. You're not even healthy. Chris Paul, I like you too, but you can't stay healthy. You might not, like I said, the only thing I would definitely give Chris Paul is the fact that Chris Paul, basically brought the Clippers back. Blake Griffin definitely started the role, like, dunking on everybody, causing issues, all that jazz. But Chris Paul brought it home. Let's be real. He's the reason they made it even out the first round. So I can see how you put Chris Paul in there. Like I said, my only problem really with Chris Paul, other than his size, which he has no control over, is the fact that he's injury prone. He can't stay healthy. He forever injuring a thumb, a toe, a back, a ACL, something. He always hurt. And Dwight Howard, like I said, the league has changed. I've said that constantly. Back in the day, 80s and 90s, you needed, you needed a center, a true center, somebody who could really score for you, not just, somebody who could defend, guard that basket with their life, but you also need somebody who could score, who had a post game, not that front forward jab step. Like I said, the game has changed. It's no longer about, necessarily a team strategy. It's more isolation. Fine. That's a whole nother issue. But at the end of the day, Dwight Howard is considered to be our best center because, quite frankly, we have nobody else to compare him to besides probably Andrew Bynum, because Paul Gasol technically is considered to be a power forward. So we can't really, Tim Duncan considered to be a power forward. There's plenty of people I can throw out there, but most of them are considered to be power forwards. So at the end of the day, I have to really ask myself, is Dwight Howard really a top 5 talent? I don't even think he's a top center. I just think, unfortunately, in the NBA, I don't really have too many other options I can say other than Andrew Bynum. I don't really think he would need. Like I said, I would have preferred seeing a Dwight Howard at 6. or Derrick Rose at 6. Like I said, Chris Paul, if you're going to keep him in there, fine. Like I said, me personally, I think Deron ranked higher than Chris Paul anyway. Just slightly. Not by a lot, just slightly. But if you're going to put Chris Paul or keep him in there, maybe, like I said, take Rose out and take Dwight. Like I said, and not even take, really, you're talking about just taking one player out so Kobe's in the top 5. Because like I said, Kobe should have been number 3. I really want to see who they're going to put at 3, 4, and 5. Because like I said, my guess is 1 and 2 are going to be LeBron James at 1, Kevin Durant at 2. I think that's most people's guess. All my viewers who listen right now, I'm pretty sure you're guessing the same thing. I really want to see who you going to put at top 3. Who you going to put at number 3? Who are you going to put at number 4? Who are you going to put at number 5? Because I guarantee you none of those 3 between Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, and Dwight Howard are better than Kobe Bryant is right now. They're just not. It might not ever be as great as Kobe Bryant. That's fine. He's one of a kind. Just like LeBron, just like Jordan, just like Larry Bird, Magic, and those, and others. But period. There's no reason he should have been number 6. He has the most complete game in the NBA. Period. He has the most complete game. Like I said, you can say what you want about Kobe. Oh, he don't have as many assists. Assists is based off if the person make the shot, not if you pass it. This ain't, it don't go like that. If you can put your team right at the basket. If they miss the layup, you can't get the assist. I know. Because I got a couple of my stuff, man. I had some triple doubles that was messed up back when I played because people didn't want to make their shots. So I know. Okay? So at the end of the day, you can't go by, like I said, whether you like him or you dislike him, you gotta respect the fact that he's a top 3 player in the NBA. No, hands down. Like I said, definitely top 5. Like I said, personally to me, he's a top 3. I say I go by, when I'm ranking players, I go by who got the most complete game, who basically has no weaknesses, who basically has nothing that they can improve on as far as a skill set. Those players generally, like I said, not to say KD don't have anything to prove. It's plenty of stuff KD got to improve on. He got to improve on his defense. Personally, he need to get stronger. He need to learn to move without the ball. LeBron, he not perfect. Yeah, he athletic. He can run over you, but he still can't create his own shot. Create his own shot is not using your speed or your athleticism or your body to drive past people. To me, creating your own shot is learning how to create that little small room for yourself. I'm making people fall. I'm not looking for you to cross people. I'm looking for you to get that room for yourself. Can you hit that fadeaway when you only got an inch of room? Can you do that? Those are the things I'm looking to see out of LeBron. So I'm very proud of LeBron and how far he's come. I love to see the change in his attitude that I saw. But like I said at the end of the day, you still got stuff to improve on. You still can't shoot free throws consistently. You can't shoot no jump shot consistently. I still want to see you, like I said, get that fadeaway going. Get those handles going. Really learn how to create other opportunities for yourself besides just driving to the basket. Because eventually, either it's just not going to happen. You're going to get old. Like I said, I pray to God you never get hurt or anything like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, your game is going to change. It's like Kobe did. Kobe used to do the same thing. Drive past people. Jordan did it too. Drive past people, using speed, athleticism, whatever. And eventually, as they got older, they started to realize, I got to master other things. Those are, like I said, there's plenty of stuff I'm looking out of LeBron to improve. Like I said, Kobe to me has the most complete game. Does he do everything perfect? No. But we know if he won't, he'll play defense when he won't. Like I said, it's not even a defensive league no more. I can name only like maybe 4 or 5 players who really play real defense. Now, as far as perimeter defense, it's only about 4 or 5 of them nowadays who really play defense. Let's be real. Like I said, I hear that a lot when I hear Kobe. Kobe don't have a complete game, he don't play defense. Who does? Who really does play defense? He can when he wants to. In my opinion, he can. Like I say, he do it when he wants to. He don't pass the ball. He passes the ball. His teammates don't always shoot it, or they don't convert it, which doesn't turn assist if they don't make the play. If you don't make the shot, it's not an assist. Like I said, it don't matter. Like I say, he says teammate. I've seen Kobe set up his teammates plenty of times, and they don't make the shot. He can't get the assist, and then later on, when he only got 4 assists, when he should have had maybe 8 or 9, oh, Kobe's selfish. How so? Because his teammate didn't make the play. He put him in a position to score. He's wide open. He just didn't make the shot. That's not Kobe's fault. But that's a whole other issue. Like I said, that's a whole other battle that I do when I'm, when I'm defending Kobe. And sometimes when I'm talking about Kobe, because like I said, no player is perfect. I call all players, whether I like you or not, on what you do good and what you do bad. Period. But at the end of the day, this top 6 rank, this 10 through 6 ranking, was horrible. Like I said, the only ones I really didn't make a big deal about was Kevin Love and Dwayne Wade. They could have changed. Like I said, they could have been up higher. Some people, I've gotten a couple comments that actually wanted to see those 2 go up higher. Some people felt like the top 5 really should have been those, been LeBron, Kevin, Durant, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and Kevin Love. Other people feel like Chris Paul should be in. I've been getting a lot of comments on who should have been what. But at the end of the day, for, like I said, once again, for Russell Westbrook to not only outbeat Rajon Rondo, who once again was at the number 12 spot, but to outbeat Deron Williams, who once again I believe is the best point guard in the NBA, is sad and ridiculous. There is no way Russell Westbrook is the top. He's not the. I mean, basically, you're putting him at the number 2 point guard in the NBA with that ranking, or number 3. I'm sorry, because Derrick Rose and Chris Paul are the ones left. So basically, you're saying he's the 3rd best point guard in the NBA over Rajon Rondo and Deron Williams. And as I already said, my top 3 point guards are definitely Deron Williams, Chris Paul, and Rajon Rondo. Those are my top 3. I respect Tony Parker, I respect Steve Nash, I respect Russell Westbrook, and I respect any other point guard in this league. But at the end, well, most for the most part. But at the end of the day, Russell, you're not better than Deron. You're not better than Rajon. You're not better than Derrick. Well, I don't know. We're going to see how Derrick come back. I wouldn't have said that before. We got to see how Derrick come back. Derrick's game is about to change. For somebody who tore their ACL, that's a huge move, changing your game. But, like I said, that was horrible. Kobe, top 3 player. Even if you don't put him in top 3, he's definitely top 5. But in my personal opinion, top 3 player. Deron definitely, like I said, in my opinion, top point guard in the NBA. But dang on sure should have been ranked higher than Russell Westbrook. And personally, I believe Rajon Rondo should have been ranked higher as well. Like I said, Rajon Rondo is a walking triple-double. Now, the only problem I have with Rajon, you can't shoot accurately. He doesn't necessarily have the best strength. But like I said, he's a walking triple-double. Of course, he only does those when the game is on national television. He don't really do it when you ain't watching it. It's almost like he gets extra hype for those games, which is fine. That's his business. At the end of the day, he's still a walking triple-double. He's still a top 3 point guard in the NBA. Like I said, Russell should have been more at 12. Russell should have been at 12, quite frankly. Russell should have been at 12. Rajon Rondo and Westbrook should have been top 10. Deron Williams, Rajon Rondo should have been the top 10. Russell Westbrook should have been at number 12. Or lower, or 11, whatever you decide. But there's no way he should have been in my top 10 players at all. That's just me personally. Like I said, it was horrible. Go check it out for yourself. Like I said, top 5 will be revealed tomorrow. And more than likely, I'm going to have a lot to say about that. Once again, how Kobe wasn't in it. But once again, it'll be revealed tomorrow. I said the 5 players that are left: LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, and Dwight Howard. Don't know what order it's going to be in, but like I said, obviously 1 and 2 will probably be LeBron James, Kevin Durant. 3, 4, and 5 between those last 3 guys that are left. Definitely look forward to seeing it. Hope you enjoyed this segment. Hope, definitely let me know what you think. If you agree, you disagree. I know it's always going to be some people out there who disagree, just like some people out there who agree. Be sure to let me know what you think of the show. Like I said, once again, if you agree, if you disagree, from all my football fans, didn't discuss any NFL. And I'm going to discuss something tomorrow because obviously Thursday Night Football tomorrow. And I'm also going to discuss the signing of Ryan Grant tomorrow. So definitely going to be discussing some stuff tomorrow as far as football. Like I said, I have my little NBA Part 2 rant tomorrow, but I'll also be discussing some more football. Once again, let me know what you think of the show. If you have a topic you want me to discuss, whether it was something today that I didn't necessarily, talk more about, or if it's something else that's going on you want to talk about, let me know. Email me, message me on Facebook, tweet me, put it on Instagram under my name. It don't matter. Just let me know what's going on. Let me know. If you want to be a guest on my show, remember the opportunity always stands for somebody to want to be a guest. Just let me know. I'll be happy to have you on to either debate or just have a good old discussion. Always happy to meet new people. And like I said, just discuss sports with anybody who's ready to bring a good discussion or argument. So let me know that. Once again, contact information is on the credits. Please go check out MoneyBallSportswear.com, who is a big supporter of Sports Talk with L-Beasley and me, Lauren Beasley, just period. Definitely want you to go check that out. They have great clothes. You're not going to be disappointed. Can't stress that enough. So go check out MoneyBallSportswear.com. The only way to ball is Moneyball. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Don't worry, football's coming back tomorrow. I'll be discussing plenty of stuff. Definitely looking forward to that Thursday night football matchup. So I will see you guys tomorrow.